Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the city of entertainment. Yes, indeed, we're coming to you live from the MGM Grand Las Vegas. Matchroom Sport proudly present the PartyPoker.net Mosconi Cup. Coming to you live here on Sky Sports. We are bringing you the very best in 9-ball action. Well, it's time now to meet our players. Firstly, our referee in charge of the action from California is Ken Schumann. There is a 30-second shot clock, but let's meet the players. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome, representing Team Europe, it's Double Dutch with Nick Vandenberg and Niels Hoyer! And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet Team USA. Would you please welcome Johnny Archer and Shane Van Boening!
Well, certainly Team USA understand as we see Team Europe, Nick Vandenberg, the Dutch pairing, Vandenberg and Niels Feijen, good pals off the table. They know each other so well in Euro Tour events. But Jerry Forsyth, Team USA understand that getting off the mark here on day two, vital.
Absolutely, but there's no time for panic yet. These fellas know if they just win the day, 3-2, they'll be right back in the mix, and I'm sure that's what's in every American player's head. Let me go out there and play my game today and show these folks what I can do.
And look at Charlie Williams, the captain. He sends out Johnny Archer and Shane Van Boening paired up. You'd really have to fancy the American pair in this match.
Well, you would, but let's not forget that Feijen is going to be full of confidence after the day he had yesterday.
You know what's worth mentioning too, Jerry, is given that it's a 4-1 score in favor of Europe,
USA to break.
Possibly the pressure might shift now back onto Europe because the expectations are there.
Well, time shall tell. Here's our first break from Shane Van Boening.
Race to 6.
Oh, that's dry.
It's dry, and he's put the one over the corner pocket. It's covered.
There you take another look at the break shot. The one ball tried to escape into that side pocket, but just couldn't make the trip.
I'll tell you what, even yesterday, Jerry, I remember Shane Van Boening was struggling so much with the break, and I wonder if this is an early indication of whether or not he's going to have trouble again here on day two.
Yeah, but all he needs is one good break, and once he can snap into that form, he'll be good to go. But you're right, the break shot's been killing Shane so far.
Well, he's got to jump over the edge of this. If he hits this, he's going to get it, and the two's in the same half of the table. Good shot from Niels.
This is a toughie. The cue ball will be moving. Excuse me, take another look at this first. But on this shot coming up for Vandenberg, he's got to worry about position on the 3 as well as making the 2 ball. He may choose a save here, but you know, if I had this kind of lead, I would be aggressive right now.
Well, that's the luxury that Team Europe has. They can take a few chances right now, knowing 4-1 in front. That's a formidable lead.
Yeah, but it's really no time for despair for the Americans fans. This is the kind of rough ground that champions spring from and heroes are born. And these Eagles will find their wings today, and the last I checked, the sky is still available.
Well said, Jerry. Good shot from Vandenberg there. 10 cups between these two. Niels has played in 6. This is 7th, and Nick has played in 4.
There is just not a cooler character in the world of pool than Niels Feijen.
And how well did he play against Rodney Morris yesterday in the singles match?
That was pure genius pool.
This would be a great way to start. It was the Americans' break, and right now, Nick Vandenberg and Niels Feijen have the first rack at their mercy.
Yeah, there's really no trouble out there now. Nothing left to stop them except an error.
You know, a situation like this where Charlie Williams sends out 2 of his hot shots in Archer and Van Boening, obviously, if it doesn't go the way he would expect, it backfires. And then all those decisions get questioned.
Yeah, that's the one job I would not want to have last night, would have been the American captain. But Charlie Williams is a sharp cookie. I am very sure he spent the evening lifting his players' spirits.
That's his job, Jerry. That's what he's got to do. Well, the first rock goes the way of Europe. They'll be sliding that feed over 1-0 in the race to 6. And as I said earlier, quite significantly against the American break. So Niels and Nick comfortable in their chairs, momentum on their side.
And still in control of the table. As you said, they've got the break. And the last thing they want to do is lose control of this table now.
The break has been so fickle, the Americans know it. Shane hasn't found the formula yet. And Archer, with 14 Mosconi Cups under his collar, you know he'll be settling his partner down, keeping him positive. There's so much to play for.
Archer was simply brilliant yesterday, both on the table and in his partner's ears. He was doing a great job of keeping everything positive while he was out on the tables.
Yeah, you just saw Johan Ruschenk and Chris Melling. Captain Johan Ruschenk, non-playing captain for Team Europe, and Archer focused as always. A picture of
Europe
intensity.
Leading 1-0.
And he brings it all into every single match he plays. Niels and Nick Vandenberg know that. They're well aware of what the Hall of Famer opposite them presents.
Niels trying to slide that 1 into the side pocket. One ball's down.
Legal break. Shot on the 2. The only problem ball, Jerry, as we look, is the green 6.
Yeah, and that can be quite a problem, although there's a fantastic safety to play off of it. Take another look at this opening break.
Well, day 2 looks like starting out the way day 1 finished, with Europe in complete command here.
At the same time, when that 3 ball is made, the 8 ball is going to be a problem because the cue ball is going to probably run into it.
This is very delicate. He's got to just hold, and I don't know whether he's gone just a bit too far. I saw Nick shake his head. He may have just overdone this a bit, Jerry. That 7 was always going to be in the equation the way that Nick played that.
Yeah, Niels is looking for a place to duck now. You can see him looking at angles around the table.
Extension.
You can see again the speed that he played this shot. He knew it was anxious moments as he saw that cue ball slither on down the table.
Let's see what solution he has chosen. Oh, now that is not at all what was intended. And Niels has just put his partner in a bit of hot water.
Yeah, watch it again. 3 flicking off the 4 and into the corner pocket. And now he's got to jack up over that 8. And this looks tough even from the commentary box.
This could be the opening that America needs.
That's all he could do. Side cushion to side cushion. He tried to get that cue ball behind the 6 and the 9.
Really not at all a bad result with where that 6 ball lies.
That's all he could do there, Jerry. That's a good result. I think that Nick and Niels will take that. But certainly a chance to regain the initiative here for America.
Got to look for Shane to try and hide that cue ball down behind the 8, or put the cue ball back right where it is now, behind the 6 and 9.
I know. You think I ought to go cue ball this way? Then it leaves a 4 out there, though. Just go 4 here.
Yeah, as you could hear Archer and Van Boning just chatting about the shot there. Just caught it a little thinner than he would have liked. He wanted that cue ball behind the 8.
Yeah, he certainly left no gimme, but he wanted to leave a jump shot there or a kick instead of a direct hit.
Well, virtually the same shot that Nick Vandenberg played now confronts Niels Fyen, and Niels can try and take that cue ball behind the 6 and the 9. All about the speed, this shot. Oh, he's going to love that. Vandenberg likes it too.
Well, the Americans now in another tough position, and this is what got them there. A great shot. Now, riding the rails, Van Boning has missed the hit, and this gives Team Europe ball in hand.
No legal contact.
The only thing that would have made that worse, Jerry, is if he would have nudged that 6 into the open, because the cue ball off the 3rd cushion was tracking towards the 9 and 6. That would have been disastrous. As it is, with ball in hand, you know Nick's going to be able to get that cue ball right back in behind the 6 and the 9. He may even try and dislodge it, flick the cue ball into it. This is just preference here, what he feels the percentages favor. He's mishit that one completely, but he did try to move it. That was a long ways from where he intended.
Well, quite a decision to make here. How brave are you? Do you want to play the 6-9 into the side?
That was the miss. Now, had he just flicked that 9 and 6 into the open, that would have been disastrous. And you can see that 6 was always going to be their insurance policy.
Not at all a bad result. Now the 6 ball is open for a bank shot into the side pocket, and Johnny Archer is one heck of a good bank pool player. But if he misses it, it'd be a sellout.
He's eyeing it up.
Great shot from Archer. When you need a tough shot, that's the man you want on the table.
He's left his partner another one, but worth a look. That ball straight into the throat of the side pocket, and now he passes it to Shane.
This shot will tell us a lot about how Shane's feeling today. Right in the heart.
Boy, he struck that one nice, didn't he?
Johnny Archer now with a very rudimentary shot. 8 ball into the corner pocket. His only problem is he's on the rail, but that's not a problem with this man.
It's a big rack. I think Vandenberg made a couple mistakes in this one, and that was what brought America back to the table. And they secured the rack. It's 1-1. The race to 6. They repay the favor, swipe the break. Now they're back on serve.
Well, that will give a bit of a lift to the American hearts, and they certainly need it right now.
It's going to be hard. Better off just,
And they do get to come to the table now with the break shot. So a good break shot could put them in good stead.
And Jerry, the crowd, this is one thing that Europe did yesterday. They managed to take the crowd out of it, even though there's a number of European supporters here. And I was talking with our presenter, Andy Goldstein, about this earlier. There's so many of the European players spend a lot of time on American soil, and they've built up a fan base here, haven't they?
They have. Plus, about 20% of these fans came over from Europe to watch this event.
Our referee, Ken Schumann.
Safe was going to be just as hard, and I wasn't going to be able to leave him on the end rail. I was going to leave him out in the middle. Good shot.
We have changed the rack today. We've gone to a standard triangle.
Yeah, I think a little bit more to the enjoyment of it just seems to get the rack together a little better. I'm sure the referees prefer using the triangle, a little bit more accustomed to it. Archer, he just wants to get on with business.
Let's see if he uses the cut break or a standard break. If the cue ball rockets into a side rail after contact, that's a cut break.
Wing ball down, legal break. Needs that one to come and sit pretty.
Oh, it doesn't get any prettier than that.
It's alternate break. So it's Europe's break on this one because it's alternate break. You broke the first?
They just broke the last one. We won the last.
Yeah,
USA
I
won
think
the lag.
Michaela's made a mistake
Okay,
here.
this is
It
your
was
third
USA's
game.
break.
So they would be breaking.
Okay.
Correct?
Brilliant.
Okay. Correct.
And play will continue. There's no big problems out on this table, Jim.
Yeah, after a break like that, the last thing you want to be told is that it wasn't your break. Great chance now for USA.
Okay.
I love the way that Archer always brings his partner
Where the spot is.
up for a little conversation before the shot. Keeps them in the match.
It's got to be two minds thinking as one. Johnny has always been a great teammate in this event. That's why he's been there so often. He's just got to leave the gap between the 9 and the 8 here, and he's done that. Johnny will just want to leave a little angle. He'll just stun this in, get off that left-hand cushion, leave a little angle on the 7.
Yeah, anything but straight in will be fine after this shot. Well, Jim, that's a little more angle than he wanted there.
Yeah, he's not happy with the way he hit that one. Just played with a little too much speed, but in fairness, he knows he's got a thoroughbred as a partner.
Yeah, this shot will not frighten Van Boening.
Shot, Shane.
Right in the pocket. And he has left Archer. A very simple shot on the 8 ball.
Not many empty seats here at the MGM Grand, and there won't be all weekend. The event's sold out weeks in advance.
Great crowds here at the Mosconi Cup. The players really feed off the energy of the crowd, and this crowd is full of lightning.
America enjoying their first lead here on day 2. It's 2-1, a narrow lead in the first match. There will be a lot more great pool coming your way in the 18th Mosconi Cup, folks. Stay with us. Day 2 already starting to heat up here in Sin City, the corner of Tropicana and Las Vegas Boulevard. The MGM Grand host venue for the 18th Mosconi Cup. 2-1, Team USA in front. Doubles action to kick things off. then followed by singles. We've got 3 doubles matches today, 2 singles matches. And Team USA are trying to claw their way back into contention.
Well, so far so good, but it's a long road ahead today.
Well, you have to accept it if I say accept it, but
Nick Vandenberg at the table. It'll be Europe to break. The 4th rack, it's a race to 6.
USA leads.
And the overall score, 4-1, following a terrific day 1 by Team Europe.
You know, yesterday everyone was breaking from the other side of the table. I wonder why the change. Well, they may rethink that change after that result.
Great break there.
Yeah.
Jerry, you even said before play started that the table would be breaking a lot easier today.
Well, the cloth wears in a little bit, and as it slows down, loses a little slickness, it's going to break better.
Great shot. Had to avoid the 3. Did that. And now this rack there for the taking.
Here's another look at that. But, you know, Jim, not only is the table breaking easier, but the balls are coming out into nice layouts. These are what we call road maps. Vian just studying up this shot. He'll take the 3, obviously, into the upper corner pocket. He just wants to be positive where he wants to leave that white ball.
Extension.
And he has called for his extension, so he has plenty of time. We are, of course, on the 30-second shot clock here. Ooh, boy, did he flirt with disaster there, but it's okay to flirt as long as you don't take her home.
Well, they want to take this one home, Jerry. Trust me. Perfect angle on the 5, 6 in the middle of the table. As easy as it gets. There's so much pressure out there. And we just have to keep reminding everybody this is pressure that very few experience.
I keep going back to the decisions that the captains have to make. And, you know, this was a great decision on the part of Johan Risnik, because Vandenberg had a bit of a shaky day yesterday, so he puts him out with the guy who had the best day yesterday.
There he is, Johan Rushink. He's the captain of Team Europe. He's never lost the Mosconi Cup, Johan. Interesting little point.
1 tie, Rotterdam.
But not a loss. To get back to a 2-2 score.
Vandenberg needs this, and he gets it. And he has tied his team up, and that'll bring his heart back into a normal pace.
The alternating break format, USA no. They'll be coming to the table next, and Van Boning grabs his break cue as we again see that 9 as it departs the playing surface courtesy of Nick Vandenberg. In the European Tour events, which made up the bulk of the Mosconi Cup team points. As you see the order of play here on day 2. Obviously, Mike Duchesne, the rookie, up against the Hall of Famer Ralph Souquet. A lot of people will be paying attention to that one. Mike Duchesne brimming with confidence.
Duchesne is afraid of no one. He gets out on the table and he knows his firepower is going to take care of him. Of course, when you're playing Ralph Souquet, that's a tough order.
Quick check of the rack from Shane.
Rack 5, Team USA breaking. Match is tied at 2.
Beautiful diamond table. Making its debut this year here in Las Vegas. Much to the satisfaction of all the players, I have no doubt.
It's a legal break. America will stay at the table.
No, it ain't. It's
No,
our
break
shot.
is legal.
It's our shot.
Break is legal. 2 balls down, 1 in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Break is legal.
Yeah, I wasn't sure that Europe knew that was a legal break, Jerry.
No, they thought it was not, but we've got proof.
Should I leave it here?
More importantly, so does the referee.
You're not going to get anything past Ken Schumann. I'm assuming that 2 does indeed pass the 9. Oh, yes, he's got plenty of room.
Yeah.
But it's not the easiest angle I've ever seen.
It's not, but worth taking a chance just because of where the 3 is. If he gets it, he's almost guaranteed to leave Shane a shot at the 3. Well, I'm not too sure. This is close. Just goes in. But even the way that Johnny played that, didn't look like he was going to leave it if it stayed there. But he needed to use the full pocket on that one.
Right here.
There you see, cue ball hits the rail early, but he's hit it at what we call pocket speed, so it goes in anyway.
It's okay. Extension if you want. Extension.
Extension.
Take your time, whatever you think. Sure.
And you can see the angle on the 2. He just wants to try, or the 3, he just wants to try and drop below the 4 here. Play it up to one of the top corners.
Watch out for that 8 ball.
Okay.
Well, that was anxious moments as well. But he's safe. You can still make this into the corner pocket.
He can make it into either corner, but really that's the problem. He's kind of on the 50-yard line here.
Yeah, he's going to play this into the bottom right corner as we look. So this is effectively into a blind pocket where his line of sight is looking away from the intended target. Those are the shots you play out of pure memory, Jerry. And there's nobody on Team USA that has more memory than that man, Archer. Or I guess better to say that it's a better memory.
Not much left to do for Mr. Archer. Deposit the 7 ball in the corner, draw back out to about where that cue ball is now, and he'll be in perfect shape.
So important with this format, the alternating break format, that they hold serve, keep the pressure on the other team to try and reply.
This for a narrow 1-rack lead. That's down. 3-2, Team America. We get a little fist pump from the partners and the crowd showing their love.
Yeah, about 75% of them applauding. And the crowd split as well. All the American fans on the left-hand side behind their guys. European fans on the other side of the arena behind the European team. Niels Fine, Nick Vandenberg. But they are good pals off the table. That usually translates into success on the table.
There, I'm going to have a pocket.
Going to be curious if Archer can pull a smile out of Shane during this match.
I walked down to the venue with Shane this morning, and I'll tell you, he didn't have a lot to say. He was lost in thought, and I'm sure his teammates are in the same boat here. This is a vital day, too. They really have to make a mark. They've got to get a little red showing up on the scoreboard.
Rack 6, Team Europe is breaking. USA leads 3-2.
Fine. Ready to fire.
And obviously the players are noting that the left-hand side, as we look, tends to be the preferred side. It's breaking very well from that side, and they're paying attention not only to their partner's break, but to the opposition's. And everybody is taking the cue ball over to that side of the table for the break. And you can bet that all the other players in attendance will be taking notes as well.
One ball, of course, an easy shot into the corner. He may just hold the cue ball back out a little bit toward the center of the table with a little low left, or he could spin forward, but that's a little risky. Took the risky route. Wow, that's a confident shot.
Yeah, brought that 8 into equation, Jerry, but no danger. That was a good shot from Nick. And again, as we've noted so often, the way the balls are spreading off the break, you're leaving yourself a shot at the lowest remaining ball on the table. You and your partner are enjoying the fruits.
Be curious to see if the break continues this way throughout the day. If it is, we'll be seeing quite a few break and runs. You don't find players of this caliber making a whole lot of errors on tables that break like this.
Niels won both his matches yesterday. One with his teammates, and the other one in a singles match where he whitewashed Rodney Moore 6-0. Nick Vandenberg, by contrast, his partner, well, he lost in partnering Chris Melling to Johnny and Sean Putnam. But he as well won the team match, so looking to maintain a perfect record really is Niels.
Side pocket and corner pocket available to the 8. It's just a matter of which one gives them better shape on the 9, and either will work, although the side pocket looks to be the easier shot.
You know, when Europe stays close to USA as well, you just know USA is feeling the heat because these matches are so much more important here on day 2. 3-3, all squared up. Chris Melling in attendance watching. You won't see him till the end.
There's the 9 ball down, and Jim was talking about keeping the pressure on. Well, that's what it's all about in pool. This is a very mental game. And Europe just needs to keep the pressure cooker working.
As I mentioned that you were going to see Chris Melling at the end. He'll be partnering Ralph Souquet. He's also partnering Darren Appleton, the third match here on day 2. So Chris Melling is going to get his doubles shoes out. But 3-3, that's the focus right now. Singles play, a couple singles matches. Nick Vandenberg, will see him out again against the Scorpion Archer. Tough to call here on day 2, and USA so desperately needs some points.
Beginning with this one. Our rack is together. Mr. Archer will take a brief look.
Well, he had a good look at that.
Rack 7,
Obviously
Team USA breaking.
content with how
Matches
they're
tied at
sitting,
3.
and you expect him as he is, heading over to the left-hand side of the table as we look.
One ball goes in the side pocket. 2 balls have passed the head string, so it's a legal break. This layout not as easy as the ones we've seen before. The very first shot will require a little work, but there's the break again. The 2 ball will easily go into the side pocket. It's the shape on the 3 that'll be a bit of a challenge.
Yeah.
That's the way to handle it.
Played with a lot of right-hand spin. Rodney Morris, Sean Putnam in attendance, Charlie Williams just above them.
Yeah. Go up a couple inches. Couple inches. Shot.
Now
Nice.
sorry.
I was just going to say he's got the perfect angle here, Jerry, just to take this and let the natural flow of the cue ball track down to the 6.
Again, checking the ball off the rail.
When you control Whitey the way these guys are, you make this game look a lot easier than it really is.
He's left Archer a nice angle to play off the 7 ball and come right back up table for the 8.
Tell you what, Jerry, the way these guys are all playing
Extension.
right now, they're firing rockets at each other. Which one of these teams is going to wilt?
Neither one of them look like they're going in that direction yet. This is some great play so far today.
I just get the feeling Shane likes partnering Johnny Archer. I think Archer is a very settling influence to Shane and brings the best out in him. That's what partnerships are supposed to do.
Archer gets the job done, and now Team America enjoying a 1-rack lead, 4-3. And the crowd getting a little more excited now. Take a look at this. This is how this rack went down. Got a little slow motion action for you, and right now we're going to be seeing you right after the break. We've got more pool coming your way here in Las Vegas.
In the City of Lights, which team will shine brightest? It's 4-3 here on day 2 in favor of Team USA, but the overall score stands heavily in favor of Team Europe. 4-1 after day 1. USA looking to make some inroads into that deficit. And if Europe has their say as they break here in rack number 8, they will make it as difficult as possible for Team USA once again.
Rack 8. Team Europe is breaking.
Vandenberg.
USA leads 4-3.
It's a race to 6, alternating break format. And if you're just joining us, we have a break rule in effect. 3 balls have to pass the head string, and every ball pocketed counts as a ball having passed the head string. And effectively that takes a soft break out. And there's the chance USA was waiting for.
First big error of the day. Whitey disappearing from the table and now gets placed into the hand of Shane Van Boening. Let's listen to what Johnny and Shane have to say. Not much.
You know, the first real mistake, glaring mistake, comes from the cue of Nick Vandenberg. That was a wayward cue ball, and no excuse for that one, and he'll be the first to acknowledge it. If anyone has looked a little weak on Team Europe, it might be Nick Vandenberg.
Long shot down into the corner, puts the 2-ball away. 3-ball's no problem, and the 4-ball waits by a corner pocket. So once again, everything's got a pocket.
A little straighter than he would have liked, but he doesn't have to do much. The 6 is over the other corner pocket.
Come off the rail. Straight in though. It's straight. Oh, you can come off the rail and cheat him a little. Rail first? Yeah. Rail first? Yeah. You just spin it over. Extension, please.
Extension.
Imagine Johnny Archer. Such is the respect given to Shane Van Boning when somebody like Johnny Archer has to ask him how to play a shot.
Yeah, but you know what? Johnny knew exactly how to play that shot. He knew he was going to go rail first.
Just wanted confirmation.
Well, he just wanted to get his teammate involved. That's what I love about the way Johnny plays doubles.
Just slow roll it to here.
It's okay.
I'm going to go to the rail top. Okay. Yeah.
That's the secret of success in this game. It's always been this way in the Mosconi Cup. I hearken back to the early years of the Mosconi Cup when this event was played solely in Europeans' backyard in London. I always saw Team Europe out together. Everywhere they went together. I went out across to a few of the restaurants and see a couple of the Americans there, and then I might see Strickland off somewhere else in another restaurant. They never hung together, not like the Europeans did. Even though America, they were the ones that were playing the best, Jerry.
Yeah, they dominated those
dominated.
years. The European pool has really blossomed in the last few years.
Well, it's become so much more of a team sport. Even though it started out as a team effort back then, it wasn't seen as the team sport that it is now. Now the bonding and everything is so vital to success.
This 9-ball to put America on the hill.
Just a distraction, resettle, just like a plane going overhead when a golfer is settling into a putt. Go through the routine again and get that high energy, that high level of focus, and they're at the hill. 5-3.
One more 9-ball down for the Yanks, and they'll be on their way to accomplishing the task they have to accomplish today. And these two want to put a stop to it right now.
Nick and Niels, they know now they can't afford to drop any more racks. Otherwise, the point goes to Team USA. This event has just grown into such a popular event now. It's